Right. Hey, how you doing? This is Eric from AHA, Americans Help Americans and Amp Live. We're going live today with Friday highlights, and we're going to talk about deals, right? Leads to appointments, to offers, to deals, to close of escrow, and all that good stuff. That's the process. Today, I'm going to show you how to find some leads. Today, usually we do some Saturday training, but tomorrow we're going to be at a property, so we're just going to take up a lot of time for tomorrow. But this is going to be super quick and easy. You can use this. It'll probably be chopped up into shorts and all that good stuff where you can utilize it. It's always live and uncut. So we're going to go live for Friday highlights in the Amp Live Real Estate Show. I'm going to be your host today. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you something very, very simple. It's called Surfing for Deals. Okay. Surfing for Deals. It's free. You can use your own. It's free elbow grease, right? If you want to pay for stuff, you can. There's software. There's stuff on the MLS that you can go after, right? That people are doing. It's not my thing with the MLS, but hey, if there's a way to do it, you just got to find the unicorn agents that are willing to work with you. Look for those listings that have been on the market for a long time, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The houses are a little bit jacked up and things of that nature. And you'll be able to, find some unicorn agents. You got to vet them and all that good stuff. So I'm not going to get into that, but this is what this is about. All right. So it's about finding these deals, right? Finding these deals. So let me go ahead and put on these spectacles real quick. Friday highlights: learn the secret to effortlessly find new seller leads every single week. The Amp Live Real Estate Show is very easy. You just copy and paste. I'm going to bring up the Surfing for Deals. Watch all the way to the end, and I'm actually going to pull up a QR code, and there'll probably be a link where you can actually get that for free. It's not going to cost you a dime. Usually it'll help you build that pipeline. It'll help you find deals, help you locate deals very easily, and it's free, right? So you don't got to pay for leads. You don't got to pay for Facebook leads or Facebook ads or Google ads or YouTube ads or any of that stuff, because that does get expensive. You also got to tweak it to make sure that you're getting the good stuff at the end of the day and making sure that you're getting a good deal flow or a good lead flow at the end of the day. So and that can all take some time over a period of time to figure that stuff out. But this is super easy, right? Anybody can do it. A monkey can do it. Boom, you just copy, paste, boom, 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 easy peasy. And this is pretty cool, but check this out. I'm not sure. This doesn't taste very good. It looks cool. They got a cool logo and stuff, right? But I'm going to pull up my mug here so you can actually see my eyeballs a little bit better, right? Can you see me? Here we go. Hey, how's it going? All right. So check this out. I'm Eric. I'm going to be your host today for the Amp Live Real Estate Show. For Friday highlights, usually we go live. It's usually about PSA and talking about real estate throughout the United States. And, of course, our favorite thing is creative real estate investing. That's how you're going to find some of these leads, right? Every potential deal is a potential creative real estate investing deal. Doesn't matter. Whether it's wholesale, whether it's a Subto deal, seller finance deal, commercial, storage units, freaking land, dirt, and all that good stuff, right? Rocks and pebbles, doesn't matter. You can find this stuff. I'm going to show you how to do it very quickly using Surfing for Deals. It's a program that we put together that we coined several years ago. It's very easy. There's all kinds of different, hybrids and modifications of it. Figure out this is just the easiest way to find your leads, okay? So if you're complaining about leads, you're complaining about sellers, you go, man, I just need some leads. I got to talk to some sellers. They all want too much money. This is the way to go. And it is about a numbers game, right? So you can either cold call, you can door knock, you can do text marketing, ringless voice message, right? You can, what else? There's Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, pay for leads if you like to, all that crazy. There's everything under the book is out there. Every single, call them verticals, every single vertical works. So let's get into it, right? So this is called liquid metal, right? I don't know, liquid death, liquid metal. Hey, I always think about rock and roll, right? But it's okay. Kind of watery. We got that rolling, cool. So we got some jams in the back right there for some good ambience. Obviously, I'll be your host for today for AHA. I should say Amp Live and the Amp Live Real Estate Show. AHA, Americans Helping Americans, one American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time. Let's get a little bit of housekeeping out. Doing our part to get America back on track. Powered by Amp Live Media and the American Mentee Program. It's our exclusive one-on-one mentoring program, the only program on the planet where we truly mentor you and others across the United States of America one-on-one, right? It's 6 months. It's been extended to 12 months. So it's 12 months of one-on-one mentoring. We partner up and do deals. We help you get your business set up and rocking and rolling, get it powered by Amp Live Media and all that other good stuff. It is a selection process. So there might be some links down below. I don't think there is for any of that. But I believe there's some links for the Facebook group, Deals. Get in that Facebook group. Post your deals, ask for deals, wants and needs, love, like, and share. We appreciate it. Helps us keep things rolling here. And Amp Live Media is powered by Amp Live Media, a marketing, broadcasting, and media company sponsored by VIP Execs Realty and Lending. Step into excellence. We're going to share some of that stuff with you as well. If you decide, hey, you maybe have a license, you're looking for a home, you want to drop your license with us and get the best of both worlds, the public sector and the private sector, right? Real estate investing and traditional real estate, because they have merged over the years thanks to social media. That was never the case before. It was always separate, and it's kind of still there a little bit here and there, for some of the agents and brokers and even investors, right? Kind of go to battle with each other and go, oh no, they're the enemy. No, they can be your allies across I guess what's the word we're looking for, right? Across the gate here in regards to working together, because obviously there's investors that can help and agents can find those deals and vice versa. There's a little bit of learning curve on both ends so they can come together to be as one. But it's doable, right? So let's not make this all boring and all formal. Bottom line, back on here live and rocking and rolling. We'll also be out in the area tomorrow. We've got Saturday training, so definitely be there. Be at a property. We're going to run through it as long as the young man shows up to the party. As I always say, showing up is 90% of this game. Just show up. 99% is your mindset. The rest is, well, it's you, right? And let's get into it, okay? So let me see what we got here. I'm going to go ahead and go to the next slide here. So we pull this up. So Friday highlights. Yes, thank you for watching or just watch it all the way through. Towards the end, I'm going to share a QR code with you, and maybe I think it's a link where you can actually download everything you're going to need, the copy and paste, the templates, the emails, the text messages. There'll be a training video and all that good stuff for you. Absolutely free. It's not going to cost you a dime. It's free right now until we decide to charge, whether it's $7 or $700 or $1,500 or whatever. But the bottom line is that it works, okay? And that's the beautiful thing about it. It always works. You get about a 35% response rate. And we're going to share some of the websites, right, that we use that are pulling in leads, okay? So I'll share a couple of my favorites. We're going to go from there. Let's go ahead and move to the next slide here. I don't even say slide. We're just going to rock and roll through this thing, right, like we're kicking back and hanging out. How to become a real estate how to become a real creative real estate investor. I don't got these spectacles on, so we're winging it here, right? A little bit. But you can scan that QR code. It is a selection process. And, yep, we got to pony up. Everybody has to. Everybody comes aboard, does the same thing. They got to take care of the hard costs, pony up, and then we help you get your business up and running for the next 6 to 12 months. And we're going to rock and roll, do deals together. Just got to show up to the party, follow directions, have a leap of faith, execute, and I guarantee you're going to get results. It happens every single time, and you just got to show up to the party. Don't get off that horse, okay? So without further ado, let's get into it. Do a little bit of training here. But we're going to talk about Subto, fix and flip, and buy and hold. You can do this. Wholesaling, whether you're and then moving into creative real estate investing, it is a natural progression from bird dog to wholesale to fix, flip, buy, and hold. Some people go straight to commercial. It's okay. You want to book a call with myself and my team, scan that QR code. Let's talk, let's chat. Any way we can help you, we'll point you in the right direction. If we cannot, or if it's not a good fit, that's fine too. Shake hands, part friends. Or if you're like, man, this is amazing, this is awesome, I want to come aboard and either work with you or work for you or work with you. This is, for the one-on-one mentoring program, then hey, it is a selection process. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it's okay. Maybe not now, but maybe later. We're not going anywhere. Okie dokie. So it's time to amplify. Definitely time to amplify your business. If you're stuck or you're rocking and rolling and you want to enhance it, it's not about enhancing. It's about doing something different, right? How do you differentiate yourself from the pack? That's what we're here to do. That's what we're going to help you do. People are going to be man, how's this guy and gal doing this, right? How are they finding deals? How are they working deals? They're just awesome at what? Execution. We're going to share the art of the deal, or what's called the Amp Live method, with you to be able to help you lock up these deals. Now, right here, you can scan this QR code to hunt deals. Okay, this is free as well. This is a free gift, a free bonus just for watching and tuning in. Like, share, and love, like I said. We would appreciate it. And remember, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a financial analyst. I'm not a bookkeeper. I'm not a CPA. None of that stuff is for entertainment purposes only. Full disclosure, rock and roll, right? So just scan that QR code, though. That is for you right there. Boom, scan that. Boom, scan that right there. And hunt some deals. You can also go right there and scan that for a nice little fresh goodie for you. But let's get into it, to surfing for deals. Okay, now we're going to share my screen in a second. So you can see how this is done. But let's pull this up real quick. And we're going, okay, well, let's take a look at this. Now, I might need my spectacles for this, but surfing for deals was coined several years ago. And it was just by, hey, you know what? It just came from when your back is up against the wall and you're trying to figure out stuff. And, maybe you don't got a giant budget and can spend hundreds or thousands of dollars. Say, man, I'm trying to find these deals and these leads. This came about. So basically all we're doing is we put together some templates specifically for you, and you go in and you can rebrand them with your name and your link and your email and all that good stuff, right? But don't change them. A lot of people try to change them because they're afraid of what it says, or just afraid of, hey, I think I can build a better mousetrap, and then it doesn't work. And they go, oh, this thing didn't work. No, it's not that it didn't work. It's that you try to change it, right? Leave it alone, test it, put it out there. We're gonna go to a website right now. I'm not gonna do it live, but we probably could. But we're just gonna share with you what needs to happen and go through the steps. Then towards the end, there'll be a QR code. Like I said, nothing to sell. You can have it for free. If you like what's being done today, awesome. Keep on tuning in. Like I said, like, share, and love. Go hit that Facebook group. There's a Facebook group in the link down below, as well as a video of what we do along with others in the United States of America. That's very interesting. It's a cool little video of rolling through a property. But let's get into it, okay? So surfing for deals, what is this about? I'm just going to go through a couple of slides here, or through the PDF. You get this. It's going to be downloaded. It's going to be absolutely free. You're going to get the email and SMS templates, so you can copy and paste. They're right there. Rebrand the stuff. All right, so and basically it's very easy. You can use your phone, your cell phone, a laptop, an iPad, right? And then go from there. Let me go ahead and take care of this real quick. I do get something back there. Change that up, boy. All right, cool. So you can see it's very easy to do. Like I said, that's about a 30-35% response rate. I'm going to share a couple websites on where you can go to find these deals. So let's go ahead, and at the same token, a little house cleaning. You can hashtag Get Erick Paul Live, hashtag Get Erick Paul Live, and share the love, right? Share the love and the likes. That'd be awesome. We'd appreciate that. You can scan that QR code right there as well, just for just to take a look and hey, spread the good word, right? So let's go ahead and do this for a second. I think we're good there. Yeah, we're good. All right. I'll make sure everything's. I think we got that right there. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Okay. Put these back on. 1 second. I got to check something out. All right, there we go. All right, a little glare, but it's okay. It's all good to go. All righty. So let's get into it really quick. I'm going to go ahead and share this screen with you. So if you ever wanted to figure out or know what creative real estate investing is all about, you can actually go right here to this website, amplivemedia.com. There'll be a bunch of training videos. You can sign up, chit chat with us. Let's get in our little ecosystem. And there'll be just a bunch of information on creative real estate investing and how it'll benefit you. It's all about leverage, right? Unlock your real estate potential. Definitely sign up. It's free. Doesn't cost you a dime. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're going to move over to the next little slide here. Get ready to get into it. I'm going to share this with you. Even though this is going to be towards the end, and there will be a QR code. And in the surfing for deals right here. Like I said, there's a video. It doesn't cost you a dime to get in there to do that. And this is what we use. Of course, you can figure out how to create yourself a little landing page or whatever is going to work for you. But every mentee who comes aboard, we start going in this direction to help you, right? So we put a lot of the pieces together, landing pages, things of that nature. And then when you're up and running, piggyback on Americans helping Americans, start building your pipeline, and going from there. If that's what you're wanting to do for a portfolio, things of that nature, to do deals, wholesale, creative real estate investing deals, fix, flip, buy and hold, seller finance, Subto, all that good stuff, right? You're going to learn. That's what the mentee program is about. But something like this here, it's very easy, right? I'm going to go through this really quick. I'm just going to scan through it. I'm not going to go through every piece. I'm just going to share with it what you should have when you're working this stuff. Either have a VA do this stuff for you, or you get the information. But everybody comes aboard, gets one of these. It's called a micro lead gen page, right? For AHA, Americans Helping Americans. And then eventually what we do is we start helping you build your brand and your business, right? So instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, you just plug and play. All right, so let's get into this real quick. So Some of the questions that you're going to be wanting to ask, I'm not going to get into it, but remember, the mission is the submission. So it's leads to appointments, right? And you get the leads. The mission is the submission. Once you get the submission, that's going to it's going to activate an appointment, right? If you can make an offer before that or during the call, then awesome. Good luck to you. Hopefully it works out. It doesn't mean you cannot. It just depends on the type of properties and what you're dealing with. And of course, the demographics and the price points and all that good stuff, right? Little shitty properties, you could probably knock them out and write those offers on the phone. Unless they're really desperate or hard up, then you could probably get those deals. Or there's going to be like, maybe if you're going through a lot of volume, maybe you'll get one a quarter, or maybe one a month, depending on how many people you're talking to and how big your team is and all that good stuff. Otherwise, when you start getting up into like the 5, 6, 7, 800,000 or $1,000,000 and more, right? It's best to go valley to valley, right? It's a different type of demographic. It's a different type of property, different type of price point. Sellers are a little more savvier. So, you can try, unless they're super like, hey, just take this son of a bitch off my hands. Boom, it's a no-brainer. Ask for the email. Write it up contingent upon inspection, or contingent upon inspection, and then move forward, right? Just make sure you go view the property, make sure it's not burnt down or whatever, right? At the end of the day, hey, if you can get it done, awesome, get those contracts, but usually you're going to set an appointment. Once you set an appointment, then you're going to go through everything, and you want to get all this information, right? Because we like to go one time, not several times. Get all the information, and then we're going to go through and underwrite it, set an appointment, go to the property, make an offer, get the offer accepted. Once we get the offer accepted, we're out of there. Then we send it off to marketing, start getting it ready to roll. So you can start building a buyer's list, unless there's already buyers in place or you have some buyers, or we run it through network, things of that nature, and then move from there to close of escrow, right? So it's a very simple process, but not, right? At least there is a process, and you should have a process. So usually this is what we do. You just go through, it's going to have all their information. We're going to ask all these questions. This is a three-step, right? Three steps to get all the information that's required on this lead gen intake form, or form, whatever you like to call it. We call it a micro goal sheet, a micro website, and be able to get all this information. And then, of course, we get to this point to set the stage. 3 magical questions. Got to ask them. And then our scale of 1 to 10. Any notes that you have, and sellers, sometimes they'll fill this out in the comfort of their own home, which is cool. About 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, maybe they'll fill it out. They know it's secure, and when it's private, they'll upload pictures or documents, and then boom, hit it, go from there, and make me an offer, right? Now, obviously, when you click that, unless all the red asterisks are done, then it's not going to work, right? So that's one piece that has to go through. So let's go ahead and take a look at a property. So I'm going to show you where to find these, surfing for deals. Okay, so you can go to Zillow. I'm going to go ahead and see if it's in here so I can see what we got. Okay, so you can find them on Craigslist, find them on Facebook Marketplace. Other people like to go to maybe like wholesale.com, this and that. Their websites aren't as accurate. They don't get as much traffic and things of that nature. But you can do it on any type of website where there's for sale by owners is what you're looking for, okay? If you want MLS, cool. You can go check out the MLS. Just learn that game. It's a different game, which I'm not going to get into here. We're going to get into off-market, free elbow grease, easy peasy, 30, 35% response rate, meaning out of 100, you're going to get 30, 35% of those people that are going to respond. And then your goal is to take it from a mission. The mission is the submission, right? So you want to get those submissions. The more submissions you make, the more money you're going to make and more deals you're going to get, the more appointments. It's just simple math, right? At the end of the day. So supply and demand, just keep on rocking. Just depends on how much can you shovel, right? How much can you dig? How much gold will you uncover doing this? Tons of it. So let me go ahead and go through here real quick. I'm going to share what you need to do. So usually there's going to be a template, and that template was on that. Let me see if we got it here. Here. Or maybe it is. Is this it? I don't think this is it, but let's see. Nope, that's a little bit different there. Okay, so on the surfing for deals, the template is very simple, but I'm going to get into it. When you get that PDF, you just copy and paste. When you get to either it's going to be on a form, Craigslist, there's a form, you just pop it in there and email them. Here, you're going to get telephone numbers. So here's a suggestion. You can either do it yourself, collect all these telephone numbers, have a VA do it, or have a friend or your partner or associate collect all these numbers, put them in a spreadsheet, get the addresses, and then start working them. Either pop them into your system CRN, CRM or whatever. If you're using elbow grease, no problem. Make a spreadsheet. Put that spreadsheet together. I don't care if it's a notepad or if you're using a chisel and concrete or a piece of paper, whatever. Just make sure you have all those. You have a list. It's no different like driving for dollars, right? You're driving for dollars, taking pictures, getting addresses, and all that good stuff. Same thing here. You're just driving for dollars, or actually you're surfing for deals and surfing for dollars here, right? So here's the property. It's a for sale by owner. Don't want to click this because you're going to contact the agent unless you want to talk to the agent, but there is no agent because this is off market. Okay, off market property. This is out in Riverside. How do you find this? Well, I believe there's probably the next one. I'll go ahead and hit the next one, show you how to find these, right? Depending on what city you go in, it could be any city in the United States of America. But here's where you get the number. There's a number right here. That's listed by the property owner, okay? So when that happens, you can go ahead and click this for shits and giggles. All it's going to do is boom. If you want to say property owner, now that property owner looks like an agent for some reason, right? I don't know why would they be all suited up, right? So who knows? This might be someone who owns a property, might be an agent who owns a property, because usually there's nothing there. But you can put your name and your phone, all right, email. I'm interested, just like Facebook Marketplace, right? But instead, what you would do is you would take the template that we give you, and you would just copy and paste it right in there, boom, and then send it off. Contact owner. At the same token, close that out. Same token, you would take that telephone number, put it in your CRM or put it in your text or Google or text now or whatever text mechanism you have. You would take that small template, put it in there and send it off, and then move on to the next one, next one, next one, next one, next one. Then sooner or later, what's going to happen? They're going to start responding to you, right? That's where the magic happens. So it's very easy. Also, you can take a look here. We'll scroll down a little bit, right? It says 3-bedroom, 1 bath, kind of a smaller property. So it's probably more geared towards a rental type property. Check it out. Rent's estimate and all that good stuff, right? And there are properties that are listed. Yep, 575. Got it for 317. That helps you out. Know there's some equity in it. But there's a lot of properties that people have purchased over the years. There's just a pro tip right now. What we're seeing, have purchased and they got a bad interest rate. And maybe, hey, the payment was too high. Then all of a sudden they decide they want to sell it and it doesn't sell. So then they go, man, I think I'm going to rent this thing. And then they try to rent it for, area market rent. And then it's not renting for whatever reason, right? So it's not renting. A month goes by, 2 months go by, and they're like, shit, we got to sell it again. Now that's happening with several people who have these crazy 6, 7. It's not crazy. There's normal interest rates, 6, 7, 8%. It's not a bad thing. It's just that it's higher than rent, right? So, the rent is lower than some of these mortgage payments. So like, man, what do I do? What do I do? So there are those you can, work stuff out if they're flexible. The seller has to be flexible. The seller has to understand what the hell is happening. Now, even though we went through some of these in the past with some of these people, sometimes they'll bite, sometimes they won't, or so they'll bite later on. Or they just, get lost in the shuffle over a period of time simply because they're like, hey, you present it to them, they're like, hey, yeah, I don't know about this or that, I don't know about that, but all of a sudden they come back and say, yeah, I think I'm willing to do this and this and that, and then it's a day late, dollar short, and they end up getting stuck, either renting a property that's at a certain lower rent, and then their mortgage payments up here, right, for a period of time, and they're probably going to lose it, it's going to go to foreclosure or whatever, or just going to feel that pain for a long period of time until, it's not going to get any better, trust me, right? It's going to take several years for that to happen. And what's the alternative? Subject to existing financing, seller financing, right? And even then, going, well, where's the money in that thing? I'm not going to deconstruct or go through that deal or other deals like that, but it's happening, okay? So that's where you would get with people on the MLS or maybe, figure out where you can step in with some rent to own, some lease options, some seller financing, some Subto, things of that nature. Something like this is just a simple one. Hey, this is probably more like a rental, but if you look at it, we're going to go to the next property real quick, and I'm going to share it with you. Or actually, I'm going to show you how to find these real quick. So let's do that. 642. Okay. So let's say you're in anywhere. It could be Texas. It could be, Texas or Canada. It could be Dallas, Fort Worth. It could be Florida, Montana. But shits and giggles, we're going with Riverside, California. You pop in Riverside, California. Obviously, you want to go buy, for sale by owner. That'll pop up. And if whatever you have in here, Riverside, California, there's only 4 results. That's how we found this for sale by owner, right? So there you go. You just look, and it's going to show you what's available. This one just popped up an hour ago, so they just posted it. We'll scroll down here, and it doesn't matter. You could put in any city. There's always going to be owners in here. So then let's say we go, once you pull one up, clear this tab. Okay, there we go. Is it coming up? There you go. All right, cool. So you got this other piece of property here, right? It's for sale by owner. Swimming pool, mahogany cabinets, and all that other good stuff, right? Don't click this because you're going to hit the agent. You're going to want to go here, property owner, grab that information. As you know, look, we could be doing this, but I'm sharing it with you. So go for it. Take advantage of it. Rock and roll. Hopefully, it helps you out at the end of the day, and to be able to, find some properties for sale that you can buy, or whatever you're looking to do at the end of the day. For us, it's creative real estate investing, either buy, sell, fix, flip, or any of those things at the end of the day. I'm gonna show you one more website. This is easy peasy. I know it's like, hey, probably people going, man, what is this still alive? What the heck is that? I mean, Facebook is getting like Craigslist. If you've ever heard of Craigslist went through all kinds of stuff. There's crazy movies about it, right? Serial killers, there's date things, crazy stuff, all kinds of wicked, trippy stuff, right? Now, Facebook's kind of starting to get like Craigslist because there's all kinds of weird shit, creepy shit, just stuff in general. Everything's like ads, 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 ads. So, but this still works, right? When somebody has an issue, they're like, you know what? I think I can sell this myself. Or an agent, I don't know, man. I don't want an agent to do this. I got too much stuff, or I don't want an agent to roll through my house, or they're telling me I got to put 30, 40, 50 grand into the property so I can get the full retail and this and that or whatever. Or they have listed it and then it didn't sell. And then they're like, man, I'm not sure. What do I do? I'm going to give it a shot. So some of these people will try to sell these properties themselves. Agents who own properties will try to sell them themselves. Sometimes agents will list them, and they shouldn't. They could put them on there as a broker, but they shouldn't be putting them on there as for sale by owners. So what are we looking for? For sale by owners, okay? We're looking for sale by owners. And we're going to teach you if you watch the video. So get the PDF. You're going to copy and paste. It's easy peasy. Watch the video. It'll explain what exactly you need to do. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. It's very easy. But let's say, I don't care where it is. You can go to any state because they got tons of states. Look at all these states you can go to. For us, we picked California. I'm just going to go back. We ain't got to do that. We'll just go back. But you can see Inland Empire is there. We're going to go back. Make sure this is okay. You can see it here. I'm going to expand it really quick so you can see it. Okay, there we go. Let's go back here. So what we're looking for, Inland Empire, right? All this stuff is like, what is all this shit? Got all these cities, jobs, housing for sale, services, community. We're going to housing, right? Now, apartments and housing, sure, you can check that out. You never know what you'll find. Housing swap, housing want. If you're looking for some commercial property and a few other things, check it out. Parking and storage, real estate for sale, rooms shared, rooms wanted, sublets and temporary, vacation rentals. Why not, right? There's going to be some Airbnbers going, shit, thought this was going to be awesome. It didn't work out. Or, shit, this is awesome, but I got to sell it for whatever reason, right? So it's always the good, the bad, and the ugly with stuff. We're going to stick with PMA, positive mental attitude, on everything today. Nice vibes out there. So let's check this out. So we went to Inland Empire, housing, real estate for sale, right? This is all. So you got these three tabs here. You got all, owner, and broker. So you do all these. Look, you got all kinds of different properties here. But we're going to go and narrow it down to for sale. So you got some dirt for the people who like dirt. Got some mobile homes for the mobile home peeps. We buy houses. Here's one, 1.9 million. That's pretty crazy. For shits and giggles, I think I'm going to check it out. So we'll go here. We'll pull it up. So we got a 20-acre ranch in Alpine, San Diego. 2.4 million, 1,444 square foot to 1,950 square foot to 25. Who knows what the hell that is? Maybe there's several buildings. 3 bedrooms, house, laundry, and building. Let's just see what we got here. All right, so land's cool. Needs some work. A little bit, not bad, right? Compound action. That's pretty cool. All right. So 3 bedroom, 1 bath, house, laundry detached, gated entrance, etc., etc. What we're looking for is to make sure it's not listed by an agent. Seller will entertain offers between 1 and 1. So there may or may not be an agent. You can click this here, and it may or may not give us the information. We go up to reply, you get the email, Email is going to be this one here. They have a anonymous email, so you copy it and then you put it into your Gmail or your junk email. I suggest just create yourself a junk Gmail account so you can track everything, knock them out, boom, get probably 15 to 20 a day, and and then work them. I guarantee it throughout the day. Do a handful in the morning, handful in the evening, handful in the afternoon. I guarantee you, your text and your phone, your email is going to explode with leads, right? There's going to be so many, you're not going to be able to handle them all. You're going to be like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I go? Look at this super fresh, too. It's 2 freaking days ago. Copy that. Copy the stuff in the template. Boom, send it out, and you're good to go. And I guarantee you they're going to respond back. Now, the magic happens in the responding back. Watch the video. And then once you do that and you get a full submission, once you get a full submission, you're either going to work a deal on the phone, which is probably may or may not happen on something like this because of the price point. You may have to do what? Set an appointment, go view the property and rock and roll, do your underwriting and all that other good stuff, right? That's beyond the scope of what we're doing here. This is basically just filling up your pipeline. So we'll go from there. Let me see, make sure I can see everything here. So cool, there it is. We just opened it up. You can scan that QR code right there. That's for the one-on-one mentoring program. Join the group down below as well. And we're going to have the QR code. I'm going to bring that up in a second for the Surfing for Deals. Absolutely free. Let's see what we got. I think we're done with some of these. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to bring this up one more time to share it with you. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the chat so you can, I know it's in the link down below, or I think, no, I said I was going to share it with you. So let me pull that up real quick and get the link for you. You also can pull up the QR code, makes it very easy. Pop out your phone, scan it, or take a picture of it and copy it. There we go. Put a little bit of rock and roll in there. Pop that in there, easy peasy. All right. All right, I'm going to share some with you. This is very cool. But I'm going to turn it up. If you can hear it, great. If you can't hear it, that's okay too. That's what this is all about, live and raw. Here we go. Okay, make sure that it's in there. Cool. All right, it's wide open. Awesome. Let's go back and check and let it run. Awesome, rock and roll. So that's pretty cool. And there's several other testimonials throughout the years. That's just one of my favorite. I got a handful of favorites as well. Definitely, click that QR code right there. Scan that QR code. It is a selection process. But let's get back to surfing for deals because it's all about deals, deals, deals. You need leads, right? Leads. Without leads, you're dead in the water. I remember a broker was asking me, he was having a meeting, and there's a bunch of people in the office, and they go, "Hey, Eric, what is it that agents have a hard time with, or what do they need to be successful?" Right? And kind of agreed but disagreed with me a little bit, and is like, you know what? I said leads. You need leads. Without leads, you're dead in the water. You need business, right? It's like anything else. You have a hamburger stand and you sell hamburgers. Well, you need people that want to come and eat your nice, juicy, lovely, delicious freaking hamburgers, right? So that part is true. You need leads, you need a product, and you need people coming in to buy your burgers, but also you need to have what? A badass burger. You need to have your unique selling proposition. You need to have something that says, why should I go to you? Why should I use you opposed to other agents, brokers, investors, or whatever it is, right? You have to have your unique selling proposition. You have to have something that differentiates you from the rest in the crowd, right? You got to stick out from the crowd. Why? How, when it's like, it's like anything else. You go to the restaurants, there's reviews, that all happens, right? You do the reviews, the Yelp reviews, and is it good, is it not good, until you go, and then you go and try it, you go, man, these were a bunch of lies, or maybe they were, or maybe it wasn't, or maybe they're having a bad day, or maybe the cook was all fucked up, right? Who knows? Smoking some Chiba, I'm just kidding. Anyways, the bottom line is that, look, it comes down to just knowing the art of the deal, creative real estate investing, having a mentor to help you work with you, so you can not, you run up against those brick walls and you go, bam, man, I'm stuck. What do I do? Spinning in circles and spinning in circles. And you're going, you know what? I need to do something. What is it? Before you give up, right? Having a mentor is going to help you eliminate all that BS, right? But you got to have that leap of faith. You got to be able to follow directions. You got to drop the ego, because you have to become a awesome follower before you can become a phenomenal, fantastic, astronomical astronomical leader, right? I mean, look, that's just the way it goes. As you got to pay your dues, you got to pay the price, but you can do it a lot quicker and faster on the backs of others, right, that have done it. That's what we're doing here. That's simply what I'm sharing with you, and how easy it is. That took time to put together. It took time to figure those things out. Yes, there's all kinds of hybrids of different ways of finding leads and deals, but at the end of the day, it was more than just leads, right? It was about leads. It was about what makes you different from the rest, right? Your guarantees to a degree, or whatever it may be, your personality, how you present yourself, how you present your brand, what's the word I'm looking for? Perception is reality, right? So that's why when people come aboard, they piggyback on the national brand, Americans Helping Americans, Amp Live and Amp Live Media, along with my experience and your experience and our team. Even if you're brand new to a degree, at least you know some things, guaranteed. Even if you don't know that much, trust me. When you, in the first 30 days, you're going to be rocking. You're going to know more than probably some of these wholesalers and investors that are out there, or so-called investors or bird dogs, than they have achieved in the last 6 to 12 months, right? Guaranteed, it's super fast. You'll eliminate 3 to 5 years of spinning your wheels as well. But that's enough of that. Surfing for deals, join there. I'm going to put this down here. You can check it out. There's testimonials. Check out the link. Join if you want or not. Doesn't matter to us to a degree, right? Because everything's about right now just giving and giving back. And at the same token, finding deals, because the opportunity and the cycle has changed. So it's all about the deals, right? And then stacking deals, cherry picking the good ones, building out that portfolio and a legacy for you, yourself, and others, as well as us. Because if we know if we help enough people, right, then we're going to be successful as well. Then we can pass on our legacy, helping you build your legacy. And we're all helping each other, helping our fellow Americans, which is true to AHA, Americans Helping Americans, right? One American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, doing our part to get America back on track, together with you and others across the United States of America in our own simple, small way. But hey, it's like anything else, right? It's called the butterfly effect. So when something happens in one section, all it takes is a little bit of a movement, and you'll feel it. Sometimes, like they say, right, you feel it miles or hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands of miles away with a ripple, right? And it's just the way the world is. The universe put it out there. I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. I believe it was the QR code that I wanted to share with you. This QR code right here is for home search, right? So I want to say thank you for our sponsor, VIP Execs Realty and Lending. Step into excellence. It's a free home search and investment property search. Sign up here. You can scan the QR code right there. Scan that QR code. You just grab your phone right here. Boom. Scan it. You're all good to go. And it's going to take you to a place where you can log in, create a little account, and search for properties. Search for whatever you want. And then if you like something, reach out and we'll make it happen. Okay? So it's a beautiful, lovely thing. Let's go here. Go ahead and share these lovely mugs right here. It's VIP Execs Realty and Lending, powered by Amplified Media, specializing in, yes, fix, flips, buy, hold, luxury property, commercial property, seller finance, subject to existing financing, fixers, and yes, nice homes and nice areas, right? If you're a seller and you're stuck and your agent did a shitty job and they couldn't get your property sold, they market priced it too high, or they just dropped the ball on you, right? That's not going to happen. I guarantee it. You need to get in touch with VIP Execs Realty and Lending so they can help you out. Scan that QR code. This is for the private section for real estate investors. If you're looking for hot deals and deals of that nature, stuff that doesn't even come on the website, as long as you get into the system, get into the ecosystem. And if you're looking for investment deals, then they're going to pass them on to me and we'll help you find, or if we got deals that are off market, they're going to get sent to you. You'll be first on the VIP, yes, VIP, no pun intended, VIP buyers list, okay? But you need to get with VIP Realty and Lending. They can also help you with your lending aspects, right? Whether it's traditional or private loans, or I should say more like hard money loans. And this is a DSCR loans, right? That's kind of right in the middle. DSCR loans. So you can use a hard money loan to, like the properties that I've seen, or some of the fixer uppers get a hard money loan to get into the fixer, right? And you use VIP Execs Realty to do that. Then once you're done with that, you get it all fixed up and ready to go retail. Then you're going to go ahead and rent it out, right? So then you would go ahead and then refi it out into what's called a DSCR loan. A DSCR loan, once you do that, you can go ahead, if there's equity in it, guess what? You can refi it out. You get a better interest rate so you can cash flow it and then pull some cash out so you can get the money that you put into it back. And then you got yourself a property that's going to cash flow with equity. Take that money that you got back and go put it into another house. Go find another property, or we'll find you another property, right? Then you can go ahead and do what? Fix it up, put it back on the market, rent it out, get a DSCR loan, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And guess what? It's not going to matter. It doesn't matter. Your credit score doesn't matter. It's based off of, yes, some of it, yes, it's credit driven. But like I said, I'll tell you, I'm not a lender, right? So I'm not giving you any lender advice, right? I'm not a lender. I'm not a real estate, what do you call it? I'm not a financial analyst. I'm not a bookkeeper. None of that shit. Like I said, full disclosure, it's just for entertainment purposes. But that'd be the way to go, right? That'd be the way to go and do something like that. Or if you want to just take a hard money loan, fix it up, and then put it back on the market, and you go, hey, I need a badass agent or a brokerage to go ahead and get that sold for us. Then boom, Elizabeth can get that done, or VIP Execs Realty and Lending, and the team can help you get that property unloaded, or just trying to find and hunt properties, right? So then you would find and hunt those properties, and then maybe work with us in some capacity to either unload it or work at whether it's a commercial property or single family property. It doesn't matter, right? But the bottom line is networking. I believe we're going to be out in Orange County next week, and probably San Bernardino and Riverside. We'll be rolling around some of these properties, as well as different types of events that are happening. So hopefully we'll meet you out there. We'll rock and roll if you're in Southern California, or if you're ever in Southern California. I'm going to drop this link here somewhere. I believe it was Surfing for Deals link. I'm not sure where it was, but I believe it's right here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I'm going to go ahead and drop, there are some links down below, but I'm going to go ahead and drop the Surfing for Deals QR code. Scan that QR code. Absolutely free, right? Probably like a $1,500 free bonus for you. Free. There's a video in there, training video. If you get stuck inside the Facebook group, you can go inside the Facebook group, and if you want to DM someone there, or DM us while you're in there, or whatever it is, or just reach out, and we'll definitely help you. If you got deals, or you're like, man, I'm not sure what to say, these people came back and they said this and this and that, we'll definitely help you out. If you want to work a deal together, let's do it. If not, hey, we'll just give you some advice to go do it. And if it works out, great, right? Just give us a nice little testimonial or whatever it may be, or, a nice high five or whatever, or let's work the deal and make some money. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up without further ado. Rock and roll and all what you do. Let me go ahead and pull up this Surfing for Deals. I'm sure there's a QR code right here. That's for, get instant access to my free Surfing for Deals training. Break out this right here. Okay. Scan it real quick. Boink, boink. Scan that QR code. It's absolutely free. Sign up for it. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. You're going to get the Surfing for Deals. Let me pull this back up here, the templates and everything. Hopefully this training helps you out. There you go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down with this really quick. Where's it at? This one. And I'm going to pull this up here. Boink. There it is. All right. So Friday highlights, learn the secret to effortlessly finding new seller leads every single week, every single day, every single hour, as long as you put in the elbow grease, right? So free, 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 free. And it's beautiful because look, leverage. It's all about leverage. Creative real estate is about leverage, right? When you put in the leverage, it becomes astronomical, right? When you do a deal, whether it's OPM or other people's money, other people's efforts, and as well as this, okay? So there's no excuse. Get into it. Rock and roll in all what you do. Thank you for watching the Friday highlights and the Amplify Real Estate Show. Obviously, I'm your host, Erick of AHA, Americans How Americans Amp Live. Definitely share, like, and love. I appreciate it. Hit all the social media. This is obviously being I guess streamed on several platforms and social media. Tomorrow it's just going to be exclusively for tomorrow, 2 p.m. So be there. We're going to run through the house. We're going to go through this house. We're going to break down the numbers and show you how that deal came about and all that good stuff. So it's going to be insider stuff inside of the I believe it's called let's share real estate deals. I believe. Don't quote me on that, but it's going to be inside there. Okay, definitely jump in there and we'll share some stuff. Okay, we appreciate it. Like, love, and share. Rock and roll. Have an awesome weekend. If you have deals, please send them our way. If they're in Southern California or anywhere in the United States of America, shoot me a DM. We'll review them. We'll look at them, and we'll either take them down or give you some advice or JV or whatever it may be. Okay. So once again, rock and roll and all what you do. Look forward to speaking with you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.